Hello viewers, I'm Rohit Khurana, your host on Car Blog India, and in this video we are going to test drive the Hyundai Xcent. In this video we are going to drive both the Hyundai Xcent Petrol as well as diesel variants and gonna tell you how it feels to drive, how it handles on the road, how comfortable it is. We'll show you the exteriors, interiors and what it has to offer to you as a family car. This is a compact sedan as you can see, and we'll take it for a spin and show you everything you need to know about the Hyundai Xcent. Let's get started.
Let me start with the exterior design of the Hyundai Xcent. There is use of chrome on the front. You can see there is a sleek chrome slat used here with a Hyundai logo in the middle. The hexagonal air dam is large, but the grille is sleek. It gives a signature Hyundai fluidic design styling, and you can mistake it for a Hyundai Grand i10 from the front angle, as it looks almost identical to your Hyundai Grand i10 from the front. You see side sweeping headlamps. There is also fog lamp housing with some chrome accent. When you move to the sides, you notice the pronounced wheel arches. The top of the line variants get diamond cut alloy wheels, which give a premium look to the car. There are some body lines or shoulder lines running from the top and the bottom of the wheel arches, which move all the way towards the back of the car. These lines give it a dynamic look even when the car is not in motion. There is use of black color side body molding on the side of the car, and the B pillars are also blackened. It gives a sporty look to the side profile of the Hyundai Xcent. It looks like a very proportionate sedan from the side profile. Moving towards the rear of the car, you see chunky looking tail lamp cluster, which is something which grabs attention immediately. It sweeps to the side a little. The rear has been designed really nicely. There is use of chrome over the license plate area. On the rear, you will also notice that there is a rear parking assist camera. There are some sensors on the bumper, and you also get integrated reflectors on the rear bumper for additional safety. There is high mounted stop lamp on the top of the windshield. There is also a micro antenna. The windshield also gets defogger. The boot of the car can be opened from the driver's side. There is a lever provided near the floor. Also, the keyless entry remote has a button to release the boot when you are outside the car. Let me take you inside and show you how the Hyundai Xcent looks from inside. So on the driver's side door, you get all sort of controls. There are power folding mirrors on this car. You can fold the outside rear view mirrors just by pressing a button. The outside rear view mirrors are electrically adjustable, and the controls are again provided on the driver's side door. There are controls for all 4 power windows, and you also get lock and unlock controls on the driver's side door. All 4 doors on the Hyundai Xcent get deep map pockets, and also there are some space to put water bottles. There is lot of cubby holes and spaces provided onto the Hyundai Xcent. First thing you notice on the driver's side is that there is a round start stop button provided. Yes, the top of the line variant comes with a keyless entry, and you have a start stop button, so you don't need to take the key out of your pocket. Just press the black tab on the door handle, and if it detects the key in the vicinity, it unlocks the car. You get inside, press the start stop button, and the engine starts and you can drive off easily. The steering wheel design is 3-spoke and looks premium, has a chrome finish, Hyundai logo in the middle. It also has a SRS airbag. There are in fact 2 SRS airbags on the top of the line variant for safety. The steering wheel gets multiple controls. There are audio controls, mode controls, phone controls, etc. provided on the steering wheel. You can make calls directly from the steering wheel because there are accept and reject call buttons provided. The phone syncs with the multimedia system over Bluetooth. The multimedia system provided on the car uses CD, auxiliary input, phone input. You can play music through phone using the Bluetooth audio, and it also has 1 GB of internal memory. Talking about the instrument cluster, there is a large speedometer which is analog, and there is a tachometer which is on the left. It is smaller in size and it is again an analog meter. You also get the temperature and fuel gauges on the other side, and there is also a small integrated digital display which contains the odometer, trip meter, etc. There is automatic climate control system on the Hyundai Xcent. The controls are provided below the multimedia system and it can control the fan speed automatically based on the temperature input that you provide. It also has clean air filter or air ionizer which makes the cabin feel fresh all the time. There are also some cubby holes provided under the air conditioning system, and this cubby hole contains some storage area. You also get a 12 volt power socket and there are inputs for USB as well as auxiliary input provided in this space. Talking about the driver side seat features, the driver gets height adjustable seat which is only on the driver side. The steering also gets tilt adjustment. So if you are driving a Hyundai Xcent, you can find a really suitable sweet spot for you when it comes to seating. The front seats are comfortable, they are bucket seats and nicely designed, and they come with integrated head restraints. You also get a cool glove box on the front, which means that you can keep your beverages and drinks cooled. There is a knob provided inside the glove box which can be opened or closed to start or stop the cool air circulation inside the glove box. Let me take you to the rear seat now. The rear seat is comfortable for 3 average health passengers. There are 2 adjustable head restraints provided on the rear seat. The rear seat passengers also get their own dedicated air vent which is provided in the middle, and there is also a 12 volt power socket which can be used for charging phones, tablets, etc. while on the go. There is also a foldable armrest in the middle which can be opened if there are only 2 passengers at the rear, and it also comes with cup holders. The rear seat provides ample legroom and headroom. With the driver seat adjusted for a driver of 5 feet 7 inches, there is still ample legroom as well as headroom at the rear seat just behind the driver. Although the diesel engine is fairly noisy on the Hyundai Xcent, but the cabin is fairly silent because of the use of good quality insulation materials. The NVH levels are very well controlled and the cabin does not feel harsh at all. Talking about the boot space that you get on Hyundai Xcent, it offers 400 plus liters of boot space, which is ample for 4 large bags. This much luggage space is usually enough for a weekend getaway or for an airport commute. Now let's move to our next section, which is ride and handling.
We are driving the petrol variant right now and we'll be driving the diesel also. And the petrol engine does feel very peppy. The power band is very strong between 2000 to 5000 RPM. However, if you want enthusiastic driving and a lot of punch from the Hyundai Xcent, I recommend that you drive it ahead of 3000 RPM, where it delivers the maximum punch and the power is really good. The peak power on the Hyundai Xcent is somewhere around 82 bhp and the peak torque is around 114 Newton meters. The torque may seem less on paper, but the car actually delivers power in a very good way. The feel of the steering is good. It is well weighted. It is not too soft like some other Hyundais that we have driven, but this is nicely weighted. It will give you a comfortable driving experience in the city when you are driving, besides not being too harsh or too hard. Talking about the handling and ride comfort, the car handles pretty well and you are very confident even at high speeds as high as 150 kilometers per hour. When it comes to ride comfort, the suspension, I must say, is not as soft as we see on the Hyundai i20, but has been tuned very well balanced. It is not one of the most comfortable Hyundais to ride on, but it does not make you uncomfortable either. This car runs nice and does absorb small irregularities on the road, but when it comes to big bumps or potholes, you will feel some bumps inside the cabin, but we don't have much to complain because it is an overall very nice package. And now we are driving the diesel. Let's take it for a spin and tell you how it feels on the road. The acceleration is really good. The torque delivery of this car is very good. It is around 180 Newton meters and torque starts at 1750 RPM, goes all the way up to 2500 RPM. This is the range in which it delivers the peak torque, in which the turbocharger does its magic. The mid-end power delivery is very good and it's very strong. The car takes no time to reach from 0 to 100. and it redlines at around 4500 rpm. This car feels very punchy and very good to drive, especially for city driving where you have bumper to bumper traffic or congested traffic. You don't need frequent gear shifts. The reason is that the torque is very high, and even if you are in a high gear like a third or fourth gear at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour or say 25 kilometers per hour, it still manages to pick up very well. Also, the NVH levels are very pleasing. The car does not feel like a diesel. It is very quiet inside the cabin. It feels very comfortable, especially the air conditioning is also very effective. We are on a hot summer day and outside temperature is somewhere around 35 to 40 degrees, and we are still comfortable inside the cabin with the automatic climate control system on. When it comes to driving dynamics of the Hyundai Xcent, we find it to be really well-tuned car in engine department, in transmission department, as well as in ride and handling. This is a very comfortable car to be in, also a very good car to drive within the city as well as on the highway. It is very comfortable and pliant even on the speeds as high as 150 kilometers per hour.
Some things which we really like about the ride and handling of this car is that it takes on the rough roads and bad roads pretty well. The ground clearance is ample for bad Indian roads, and small turning radius makes it easy to drive on congested roads. Talking about the engine mileage and specifications, the engines provide good power delivery, however they are not very punchy. The diesel engine provides more torque and is more suitable for city driving. The petrol engine on the other hand has more high-end power and is very suitable for highway driving. We could easily touch speeds of 160 km per hour and the car felt very stable, which is kind of a bonus as we did not expect this car to handle so well even at speeds of higher than 150 km per hour. When it comes to the diesel variant on highway, we could go only up till 140 km per hour, after which it felt very sluggish. But the torque on the diesel is just incredible. For city driving, you require less gear shifts on the diesel variant and it can climb the inclines and hills much easier compared to the petrol variant. We could not test the mileage accurately on these two cars, but we expect that these cars will deliver close to 20 km per liter on the diesel variant and 15 km per liter on the petrol variant of the Hyundai Xcent. Summing up our review, let me tell you some of the things which I really like about the Hyundai Xcent and some things which could have been better on the Hyundai Xcent. So the things which we like is the neat exterior design which looks very proportionate. There are spacious interiors both on the front row as well as at the rear row. There is good amount of boot space, so you can take a lot of luggage with you when you are driving a Hyundai Xcent. The suspension is very well tuned for use on bad roads as well as on city roads. It handles really well even at very high speeds. It is loaded with features, probably the best feature set that you can get in compact sedan segment. And it offers a very good value for money considering the price band in which it is priced. Some things which could have been better include the air conditioning, which could have been a bit faster. It takes some time to cool the cabin. Also, the petrol engine lacks on the torque, so when you are driving on inclines you have to downshift to keep the car going. The torque on the petrol engine is not that high. Overall, Hyundai Xcent is a great car to drive, has a good value for money proposition, a good design, good space and good features.
And this brings us to the end of this test drive episode. We hope you like this video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up by pressing the like button below. For more such videos, stay subscribed by pressing the subscribe button. This is your host Rohit Khurana signing off. Thanks for watching.